Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Oh my god, I opened my blinds. I need to fix my camera now because I am bright as hell. Uh, welcome back. We're playing D&D again. We're on our one-shot nonsense again.
Also, our
We're
stream is so blurry.
Our stream is blurry.
Me? It's good to me.
Oh, there, it's fixed.
It is not for me.
I was like, why am I looking at like God and then a fucking rainbow? What the fuck?
Oh, God can't be there. I don't have a camera this week.
Mm-hmm.
It's alright.
It's making me log into things. Why must you be this way? Why must you be the way that you are? Right. So yeah, we're doing our one shot. We're doing the Office one shot that we had started. We're gonna finish it up today if we can. If the weather holds, it's looking a little ugly, but I think we're gonna be all right. So this is the one where everyone's playing as monsters. We have Alex playing as Billiam, our tunnel obsessed Boule. We have Chlorine playing Trudy, our Quaggoth in charge of the warehouse of flesh and other things, and we have Runa playing Stacy, the shit. It's fled my brain.
Doppelganger.
Doppelganger, thanks. The doppelganger in charge of communications.
No, I'm a normal human.
Yes, of course. My little token here would say otherwise.
I'm also a Boule, and I'm also a Quaggoth, and I'm also a Sphinx, and I'm also a Lamia.
Uh-huh.
You know,
You're also a giant tooth at one point. Can't forget that.
Also, chat, I want you to appreciate all of these images. We all edited ourselves of our faces on images they shouldn't be on.
Yep. I have them lovingly named in my file browser as Dushna, and Alex's was it was Molix, and then I have Quegleen.
I'm pissed you didn't choose Pitbull when I told you I wanted Pitbull.
I know, but the Pitbull one was horrendous, and I couldn't even tell it was you.
That's the point. That's the entire point. You chose the worst fish one. You chose the worst fish one available, and then you didn't even choose the Pitbull one. You just have the worst taste I've ever seen. Oh my gosh. Get it together, Isaac. Look at me. I look like a 12-year-old. I have ones where I look like an actual douchebag. And that's like the least douchey of all the fish picks.
It is. It is.
Why is it called Douchno when I'm just 12-year-old Una? Like, what's going on?
In other news, last time we left off. Oh wait, Alex says, "Hey, oh my god, the images. Good choice, Isaac. Thank you.
No, not good choice, Isaac. Isaac, get it together."
Also, Alex is on a 41-month streak of subscribed. Right, so last we left off, the gang had...
I have an announcement. This is from the tech to watch for everyone to get.
Nice.
I figured out...
Been a problem in my campaigns before. Videos eventually make their way onto YouTube, and then it crashes immediately after.
With my Twitch.
I still see the stream.
I did drop some frames. I did drop a little bit of frames there. I don't know why. We're using very little CPU. Let's just see if anything else is maxing out that I should be worried about. No, it's gotta be something somewhere else because my computer's chugging along just fine. Is shitting itself for 1 minute. Okay, well, he made a bot command that tells you how long you need people to take watches for everybody to get 8 hours of sleep. What's the... and it's ampersand watches and then the number of people involved. Does it work for does it work for like 2 people?
Yeah, 2 people is the minimum that you could possibly... What? Oh. Well, my own thing works.
I see. That makes sense.
It's not very efficient, but
Very efficient at all, but technically true. Uh, so last we left off, there was a few meetings in the office that could have been a sending spell. We were figuring out how to deal with the recent shortfall in production. It was decided that some mithril that had been found would be mined, much to the chagrin of Billiam, who quite liked the look that it left to his tunnel there. However, it was promised that a picture would eventually be made for this, and that he could put other such useful suggestions in the suggestion box once, of course, the lovely Mildred gets around to making it, her being the major bottleneck of the organization. And then we found out adventurers were coming. They were coming real fast, and you guys needed to shove some stuff into the treasure room. However, along with the stuff that got shoved in there were the drugs that belonged to Trudy, who wanted them back. So you guys broke in there quickly before the adventurers could arrive and stole the drugs out of the box. The adventurers, however, discovered one of the holes you guys left behind. They seem to have realized there's more to this dungeon than meets the eye. Despite the illusions that guided them here, they were suspicious enough to mention coming back with some backup to see if they could find out what other secrets this place holds. They left, and there was an emergency meeting. What is the office going to do to deal with the adventurers that are coming back? Who knows what they're going to bring? Maybe an army, maybe just a few people. Some plans were made. Our lovely Stacy would play the damsel in distress, get in with the party, being able to relay messages to other people about when to spring traps and such. Billiam dug a perfect little collapsing tunnel section that should fall should anybody walk anywhere but a path that he left sturdy enough to take weight. And it should collapse somewhat quickly. And then, I'm missing something from the plan, almost certainly. We were going to deal them with the traps and then ambush them. I think that was the whole plan.
You're totally forgetting Chlorine's part in your entirety.
Damn
Did you
it.
not write down what Chlorine said?
Notes are for other people.
You're so right. You only wrote down 2 of the 3
I didn't
ideas.
write down any.
I'm trying to remember what I said I was gonna do. I could enlarge because I can cast enlarge. So I think I was gonna train the meat to
Right.
obscure some of the
Yes.
pathways.
Yes, you were setting up meat to block off some of the pathways.
Right.
Let's draw. So show me which pathways you're blocking off. I've marked over here. We have the little hatch marks here are the weakened piece of tunnel that has been set up by Billiam.
thank you.
I think if we I don't know, can you see where I'm clicking?
Yes, I sure can.
Okay. If we can block that off, yeah, and then they can kind of get funneled into other tunnels and kind of funnel them towards block off here and here as well. That way they're kind of forced into the weakened tunnel.
These two?
Yeah, and then you could
Yeah.
close the front and back of the weakened tunnel and trap them in the collapsing floor.
There you go.
Okay. Okay, so then it looks like when they come through, they can either go left, straight, or right. And these are the chambers that they'll have available to them. And Stacy, your position for your part of the show is right over here. And you were disguising yourself as a tiefling woman. We could also have it so that Trudy glued you to the wall with the flesh, and that gives a convincing enough reason for you to be there.
Mm-hmm. I also have an ability to read the minds of the guys, so I have advantage on charisma checks and stuff.
Yes, indeed you do. You have the ability to read the minds of one person at a time. Also, Mizuno says, "Nice fish you got there, Runa." And Alex says, "Right, great fish."
Stop paying attention to the stupid photo. It's the worst one. I'd be better off with a black screen.
Oh my god. This lady.
I
Right.
I am busy carving the walls of my pit trap to be like a zoetrope, you know, like the spinning animation thing.
Oh.
But they're gonna be falling so quickly that they see like a frame at a time.
And how deep are you making the pit trap?
I don't know. How long do I have?
Um, you know, long enough. Like you could make it pretty deep if you wanted. There's a non-zero chance that Stacy ends up falling down it.
Well, I'm about that deep right now.
1,210,000 feet deep.
Jesus Christ.
That might be a little more than you have time for.
I have fallen on the other side of the planet.
Through the core of the planet, indeed. Now,
What
how
is
deep would you
happening?
like to
I
carve it?
can't get rid of all the numbers. There's
I
too
would,
many.
I would say your maximum is probably like
Oh, I've
300 feet.
broken it. Which was it? Sorry, I was playing.
300 feet.
Okay. Oh, I can just press this button. It goes down
Mm-hmm.
and up. Oh,
You can hold it and it'll go faster.
oh.
Right. Then, if everybody is taking their places, would our lovely Quaggoth like to be anywhere in particular?
I think. Let's see, because I could also do mirror image. So I was kind of thinking I could be like a frightener. So maybe if I sit like right here and try to like scare them towards
Okay, so
the
they're going to be coming from the left. They're going to be coming from this way.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, I can scare them away from the treasure room.
Okay, so you're there, you're ready to cast your mirror image on yourself. Right, then if everybody's taken their places, Alex, you've decided on the full 300 feet?
Absolutely.
Okay, if he can dig, he'll dig. Right, then you guys would hear skittering as Mr. Silver would come rushing through. Places, everybody, places! They're coming, they're coming, they're coming! As you guys would be able to hear the sounds of voices arriving and starting to echo down the tunnels here as it seems some sort of party of adventurers have arrived here. Um, 5 of them make their way into the actual entrance here, and judging by the number of voices coming through, there's more than 5 that are waiting out. So it seems there's a little bit of an advanced party that is heading in as they start to advance. There's the brief sound of combat before Mr. Silver is going to bamf out of the material plane, grievously wounded as he does so as Stacy, you would
No,
be the
no.
first to see the group of adventurers making their way in. You can see there's 2 of them that are in full armor. There is one of them with a dagger in his hand, one with a bow, and one with a staff, and clearly magic robes as you see them come in. The largest one in the front, appears to be a Goliath as he's coming in, sees you there. You are able to start detecting thoughts if you desire. Is there anybody whose mind you're trying to read here?
The biggest one.
The big one, the Goliath. Okay, he's stepping in. You can tell that what's immediately on his mind is Face Spider wasn't there last time.
What's
Things have
his type?
changed already. What's that?
What's his type?
What's his type?
Yeah.
How big is his penis?
I can read his whole mind. What's his type?
So the way Detect Thoughts works is you can read what's on the surface of their mind, and then you can dig deeper on stuff that's on their mind if you want. But you make a
It's just
check, and they
read
know
thoughts,
someone's digging into
not
their mind.
detect thoughts. It's just read thoughts. It's an ability I have.
Am I wrong? I thought they used the Detect Thoughts spell for them too. Ah, everything's falling apart.
I'll send you my link I'm looking at. Get down and stop.
I have failed in the spelling somewhere along the line for doppelganger. What?
Because it says read thoughts. Doppelganger magically reads the surface thoughts of one creature within 60 feet of it. The effect can penetrate barriers, but 3 foot of wood or dirt or 2 feet of stone, 2 inches of metal, and a thin sheet of lead blocks. The target is in range. A doppelganger can continue reading its thoughts as long as the doppelganger's concentration isn't broken, which no clue what that is.
No, so it is. So that's the old, the legacy version, which works just fine. It's like you're casting the detect thought spell, but they didn't write it very well. But the key here is read the surface thoughts of one creature.
So it's a ugh. I don't want to read their
Just
thoughts.
a rabbit. All right, listen, it's everyone's weakness.
Is he horny for any of his party members? That might be on his mind right now.
No, it's okay. I'm not gonna read their thoughts. I'm just gonna wing it then.
Okay.
She's not interested in anything else.
Okay. As you see them approaching, looking about, they don't come directly towards you as they stop about 10 feet away, and you see he turns towards the one on the far right with the dagger. All right, look about. See if there's anything wrong.
Stacy is. I'm gonna imagine like a piece of flesh go over her mouth.
Okay.
You can just yell for help and be like, "Guys, I'm just so injured." And she's just like and struggling.
Okay. You're there making noise, unable to talk.
And while I was tied up by Trudy, Stacy definitely made a, "Oh, we read about this in your porno."
This was in the Shibari guide. Shibari for beginners.
Can you cover my mouth, please?
Oh, your favorite import. You would notice that the second armored one, although you can't tell with how armored they are, is definitely a woman as she calls out, "Sorry, darling, we're coming. We just got to be careful, all right? We'll help you in a second." As the one with the dagger is going to go about and check the room and just kind of slowly make his way towards you, and then you see he like inspects you rather closely, and then is going to start cutting you loose from the flesh on the wall here. Trudy, if you want, you could, as the flesh on the wall, make an attack against him if you wanted.
Sure.
Okay, go ahead and roll to attack, and do it with a +2.
Okay.
A fleshy protuberance.
Is my attack a D6?
D20. So you roll a hit, D20 plus
Oh.
2.
Duh. All right, so it's 13 plus 2 is 15.
15. That is what you need to hit. Go ahead and roll me a D6 of damage plus 2.
Okay. 2 plus 2 is 4.
4 points of damage. As you see, he pulls back. Oh, god damn it! Bandris, please. As you see, the Goliath is going to step up and just like in one swing cleave you off the wall here.
Cleave you in half.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. Great job, Bandris. As you find yourself cut free from the wall, Stacy, you would see
definitely pretending to clean herself off. Like, ugh, what is this flesh? You know?
Yeah, the woman will come forward and start helping to like clean you off. You see, she like fishes in her cloak, and pulls out like a spare shirt that she has out of her bag, and will pass it over to you. Here, wipe up with this. It's the best I got.
Thanks. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. How'd you end up here?
Isaac, did we cut? I don't know. Oh god, we should discuss this.
As we cut back to the group of you planning, what was the cover story for Stacy?
I don't know what do humans do.
I heard there was.
What if you were one of those cave divers who wanted to go in the tiniest little hole you could find in a rock?
You're a spelunker.
What if my party left me here? like they like followed in after that party because they saw them leaving like with hope. And
So you
then
could say that they also took the rest of the treasure, so like there's no point in continuing on.
yeah, they got brutally attacked and just ran, and I got trapped, and they're like, goodbye, adios, nice to know you. And I'm like, huh?
You were busy digging a tunnel.
I think you're putting something on me that you want to be doing.
Lots of people dig tunnels in their spare time.
So you could have been left behind callously, heartlessly by your party.
Yeah.
And they took all the rest of the treasure, so there's really no point in continuing on to the rest of the.
Yeah.
It's you can tell underneath from Dana just asking for like status reports and how things are going. So the next time Dana like whispers to you, you can whisper it back.
Since she was worried about what again?
Worried about the flesh of the dungeon attacking people. That wasn't happening last time they were here.
Okay.
As yeah, she pulls you into this hug. I'm Elia, by the way, and this is Lars. As she points to the one who like originally came and checked you out. And this is Bandris, and then back there we've got our archer Miroro and our spellcaster Jalel.
My name's Trudy.
Oh, Trudy, it's nice to meet you. I'm glad we found you.
Wait, that is not a joke, Stacy.
It's actually racist against me to not let me copy you.
That's so true. My bad, I forgot. I just committed a microaggression against
yeah. I'm gonna call HR about By the way, chat, Stacy notoriously only copies her coworkers. So this tiefling's the first time you've ever seen her not be her coworkers, and HR pulled her into their office to be like, you can't do this, like explaining whatever. And Stacy took it as, you're so right, they're so mean to me for not letting me be them, and sent out like a company-wide thing being like, if you do this to me, you're racist. It's very funny. Very good.
As Elia looks over at Bandris, well, what should we do? We should probably take
I promise I would help. I wasn't super injured, just like they trapped me and my team didn't want to cut me down.
Well, you look to be in all right shape. Are you sure you don't want to go out? I mean, we've got a good group of people out there. You can make sure you're taken care of until we find out what's going on in here.
No, I need to finish this dungeon. I can't believe they left me.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Yeah, baby. I didn't bring dice out, so I'm just gonna roll online. Because I'm cool like that. Apparently not the coolest, though. Because it's not working. Windows? No, I want Edge. Yeah, there we go. I'm moving to Firefox, and not all my passwords have moved there, so it's quite the hassle.
Or in our chat.
No, I can just roll them here.
Okay.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Give me a good one. Give me a good one. Oh god, they're taking their time to roll. They're teasing me. They're teasing. Come on, guys.
Get it together, dice. Come on.
Alright. What do I have as a bonus? What do I have as a bonus? My charisma?
Yeah, it'll be your charisma modifier. I don't think doppelgangers have any special skill with persuasion. No.
So there's +2.
+2.
18.
18. Okay. You see Bandris just like kind of shrugs his shoulders. Elia looks over at Lars next to her, and he just, whatever, I don't care.
I was doing puppy dog eyes.
Yeah, huge puppy dog eyes. As she looks at you, and you can tell she's immediately suckered by it. She's like, "You're right, sure. You can come with us. Maybe just get behind Bandris and I.
Okay.
We tend to do good at the front."
I'm gonna very, very heavily go behind them.
Okay, as you get up behind them, and they look over at Lars, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll get to work." As he's gonna go over and start checking over the tunnel ahead as the party moves forward. You have Mariro step up next to you, and you see the halfling looks up at you. Oh,
Hi.
nice to meet you. Hi.
It's really nice to meet you too. I put
Yeah.
my hand out for a little handshake. Read their mind first, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're reading her mind as she's looking up at you. You can tell she's a little bit suspicious of you. She shakes your hand and she's like looking really hard at your hand to see if there's any like illusion that she's passing through or anything. And then when she doesn't see anything, you can see she's not like totally comforted by it, but there's just kind of a like, well, it's not an illusion at least, as far as I can tell, or a good one maybe.
I
Can't be too.
I know that I'm sudden to your guys's like your adventuring. I really appreciate you taking me in, though.
Oh, of course, yeah. Well, it's what we do. You
You
know how it
guys
is.
saved my life.
Yeah, yeah. You've been adventuring long?
No, I just got into adventuring. My boyfriend told me that like it was the best way to make money, and this dungeon had like treasure and things, and I didn't know much, so I just followed him because he told me to.
I mean, if you haven't already, you should break up with him.
It's in the plans. like
As you would hear a voice in your head from Dana. All right, status report. How goes? Where are they? What's happening?
I'm really scared of the walls attacking them, like the flesh becoming violent.
We should
With the
have thought of
sniffle.
that. Ugh. More red flags for them to notice. As the group is going to start moving up, as Lars gives the all clear up ahead, as they start to get up, and you can tell Lars is going to be the first one to walk on this like broken bit of ground here, and it's just going to go underneath him, and no one else is going to step on it. You kind of need to get them to move as a group if you want it to be effective. With them having him as a scout, it's just going to get him.
Shouldn't we all go together?
No, we send the scout up to look for traps.
When we came down here, we sent our scout out and we never saw them again.
Well,
They're like
stay within sightline.
Disappeared and the walls are attacking. Are you sure? The floor is also flesh. I like
Rushing
stomp.
into things isn't going to help.
But sending someone forward directly into it also, like, what if he just gets swallowed up?
It's you know what? I'll go up with Lars just in case. I can heal him if anything happens. Fine.
I'll come too. I don't trust it. I didn't go the first time, and I'll go the second time.
All right. I mean, if you're sure. You said you're a bard.
Yeah.
Can you inspire Lars?
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do? We cut to camera where Stacey looks at it.
As we cut
didn't
to the
think this
office
through.
scene with the drop ceiling above you, the like office wall behind you, Stacy looking at the camera with the like, oh fuck, look.
They're gonna know it's me. They know that I lied to them immediately. Because inspiration can't fail. Do I just tell them that I lied because I wanted them to bring me with them? Someone get in here and tell me what to do! I looked directly at the cameraman.
These are in the future. This stuff's already happened. So
that's not my problem. Get someone in here to tell me what to do.
We can't. We just, as it cuts to black.
I bring the camera back. It uncuts to black. It looks like the camera gets readjusted. Stacy's like front and center, like you could see up her nose, basically.
Yeah, like an inch away from your face.
Yeah. And she's like, if someone doesn't come to tell me what to do right now, like HR or Dana or Trudy or the Boulay, I'm gonna kill myself right here.
You already did it. You already did the thing.
No.
That was like hours ago.
Well,
just having like war flashbacks right now.
This is why she only does people she knows, because it really fucks with her memory when she does like forms that she's not like actually already familiar with.
This woman's brand new. I don't know anything about her. We go back.
Yeah.
I genuinely, as a player, don't know what to do, so...
You're gonna have to come up with some lie about why you're out of...
I don't got one.
Something.
The inspiration can't fail.
You can use it up. It's a limited resource.
Say you used it on the last scout and then he didn't come back and now you're too traumatized.
Oh, yeah. So, like...
You failed as a bard and now you're, like, you've lost your confidence.
Yeah. Okay. Ew! They just asked.
Yeah.
My harmonica is full of dirt.
Her eyes will just fill with tears. And then I'm all out! Everyone needed it over and over, and the last time I used it was on the scout that went missing, and now I don't have it for this scout.
As Elliot turns and like pulls you into another armor-clad hug.
I'm a failure of a bard.
Listen, just hang back, okay? Me and Lars will figure this out, okay? We don't need it. You just stay here.
Okay.
As her and Lars are going to start stepping forward, as you watch the ground starting to spiderweb and crack as they get towards the middle of it, because...
I'm going to yell out.
Yeah, you're yelling for it. Because it's a little slow, they do have a chance to make a dexterity saving throw here to see if they can jump across before it collapses underneath them.
What? Says who?
Says you last session.
Oh. But it looks very artistic. Maybe they don't even realize it's a danger.
As Lars leaps across, getting to safety, turns back. As you see her looking at the cracking as it just spiderwebs in this beautiful fractal pattern that goes across here. Brief, like, faces and pictures in the cracks. As Elliot turns, looks at all you, and you see her starting to try to run back, which is the wrong move, as she's got further to go back than forward, as she falls into the ground here.
At the same time, I'm going to use Deadly Leap as I jump out of the dirt, and I'm going to try and push these two in front of me into the hole.
Okay, so you're trying to push Runa and Bandris into the hole.
Yep. Well, I have Trevor sense, so I just know there's two people.
Okay. Yeah, how does this work?
Each creature, including the other ones by me, have to make a strength or dex saving throw.
Hey, Bandris is definitely going for strength. Runa, are you doing strength or dexterity?
I can cast Featherfall, so I can like peek out and cast Featherfall on Stacy.
Nice. Okay, good. I'm down for this plan. My brain is just like, oh wow, this is really going to convince them I'm a part of their team.
Technically, land here.
Dex. So +4, my highest stat, which is crazy. Why is it not charisma as a doppelganger? 14.
Okay, 14 is a failure as you're going to get pushed forward with Bandris into the edge of this. The only one who succeeds is Jalel. Alex, go ahead and roll the damage for me, please.
That is a total of 15 bludgeoning
Okay.
and 13 slashing.
I just see bludgeoning damage. Where are you getting the slashing from?
They take bludgeoning damage plus slashing damage.
Oh, I see you're using the old one as well. Okay, how much slashing?
13, I said? Yeah.
Okay.
13 and what?
13 and 15, so 28 total.
And then half damage for Jalel. So 28 is 14 points of damage for them. Okay, as you're leaping out there, and then Trudy, are you stepping out to cast Featherfall as you watch?
A very deep pit.
Fall.
Yes, I will do that.
Then you step forward here, casting your spell. Let me just roll a little bit of dice here. Okay. And then so we have Elia and Bandris, who are each going to take 181 points of damage and die.
No, Jesus Christ. When I hit the bottom, whether I live, I'm gonna live.
You got a while.
Yeah, you're floating.
I'm floating. They're gonna look down and be like, "What are you doing?"
You're falling 60 feet around, so you've got a little bit of falling ahead of you.
Fine. They're gonna look down and I'm like, "Hey there."
Funny.
So you thought I was a mysterious creature in your party. You were correct.
As Marrow is going to turn and step away from you, Billiam, you can take an attack of opportunity.
Attack of opportunity!
Okay.
Oh my. So I can't tell them I used Featherfall because you can target 5 falling creatures. I just didn't.
Whoa.
Don't worry about it.
That's a 26 to hit.
A 26 will indeed hit.
No. 36 points of damage.
Jeez. How do you want to do this?
Back. I'm gonna grab her by the front of.
Is going to race forward and make an attack against the Quaggoth. He got a 13 to hit you.
That does indeed hit.
That does indeed hit. Okay, so I need you to roll for your duplicates, your doppelganger.
What does mirror image give me?
It's you.
Okay.
I was like, no, he rolled a 13.
That was a 10. I rolled
a 10. Okay. You need an 11. No, sorry, that's for 1.
No.
So straight into your stomach, and then he watches as it shatters into fractals in every direction. As what? Let's see. So you've used your reaction. So what are you up to, Trudy? You have your action and your bonus action remaining.
I can just do my claw attack, I think.
You certainly can.
And okay. Okay, I rolled a 17. Do I have any pluses for my melee attacks?
It'll say on your stat block, there'll be the melee attack, and it'll be like a plus something.
That's plus 5 to hit.
There you go. That's what you'll add to your d20.
So, okay, cool. So 22.
Okay, 22 will definitely hit.
All right, and then 1d6 plus 3 slashing damage. Okay, cool. That was a 6, so 9 slashing damage.
9 points of slashing damage. As he is injured from that, but nowhere near taken out just yet. As that brings us to Jalel, who's going to back away from you.
Second attack of opportunity!
You don't know. No, you're not a Hydra.
This is my
Oh.
monster.
As they step back, they're gonna put their hands up. I'm not a threat, I swear.
I lick my lips. My metal lips.
Are you planning on attacking them, or are you going to hear them out?
I noticed that I pushed Trudy into the hole.
Stacy.
Stacy.
Yeah.
It's confusing because I named myself Trudy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to totally ignore this snack and go and try to not have murdered my coworker.
Yeah, go ahead and make me your choice of athletics or acrobatics to try to get down and like dig something to get her out with.
Well, one of those is better than the other. Oh, I closed my dice tab. What a fool. That is a 12.
Okay. You leap down. You will be able to catch up to Trudy before any worry of Featherfall coming off. However, you do have to take some jumps here to do this. So you are going to take you're going to take 26 points of falling damage.
Okay.
As you have to do quite a bit of like jumping to catch up because your burrow speed is not enough to catch up to the 60 feet per second.
Oh. Ah.
As eventually you manage to like literally swan dive from one wall to the other to go like through it and catch her on like your tail and pull her into this tunnel that you're digging here. As Stacy, you just see above you Billiam like falling faster than you, but jumping from wall to wall and like burrowing and swimming.
I open my arms like a hug.
I catch you in my mouth, which is still wet with the blood of halfling.
And I pat your nose like good boy.
And then I'm gonna I dig into like the side of the pit and I like quickly carve you a little couch.
Oh my gosh. So artistic.
You cut a little couch out for her.
We do a cut. Stacy looks at the camera. What's your character's name again? Oh my god. Billiam. I keep thinking Bartholomew. I'm like, it's not Bartholomew. We cut to camera and it's Stacy's like, Billiam's my favorite coworker. Very artistic. And then we go back.
As we cut to Dana, 300 feet deep. It cuts off. As you've managed to rescue her, we're gonna go back to Lars here, who is going to attack our Quaggoth friend Trudy. And Lars got a 24 to hit you.
Wouldn't you know what that does, in fact, hit me.
I need you to roll another d20 for the mirror image. You now need an 8 or higher.
Okay. 20! Natural 20!
Ooh, okay, as he stabs again, another, as it turns into an illusion here, what are you doing, Trudy?
So I think... So under my actions, it says multi-attack and claw. I think I might have messed it up. Is the claw attack a multi-attack, or is that two different things?
So Quaggoth makes 2 claw attacks, is what the multi-attack says, which means you get to make the claw attack twice on your turn. So if you want to make 3 right now, go for it.
Cool, I'm going to do that. Okay, so I get a +5 to hit. Oh my god, okay. Well, I just went from a 20 to a 1, so 6.
You get inspiration. So your next roll, you get advantage.
Yeah, you can roll your next roll at advantage if you so desire.
Okay. Okay, that was a 19 and a 16, so I'll take the 19 plus 5 is 24.
That's gonna hit.
Cool.
26
plus 3. Oh my god, another fucking 1. Okay, so 4. Does that mean my first attack missed, but my second one hit?
Correct.
Okay, for 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. Okay, and then your third/second attack.
Oh yeah. A4 gore.
Yeah,
Ooh,
this is
5. So
technically your
8
second
for that
attack.
one.
8 to hit.
No, sorry. Oh
Yeah,
right.
you gotta
Okay, I
roll
have to.
again. Yeah.
Da.
Yep.
Okay, 10. So 15 to hit.
15 just hits.
Cool. And then 4, so 7 damage.
7 points
So it's
of damage as that puts him down to bloodied. He's going to attack back at you with now just 2 of you there. That is a 15 to hit you.
that does hit. All right.
All right, you need an 11 or higher.
14.
14 as the last mirror shatters and you see him. Of fucking course! So you're up again.
You recast mirror image.
I'm going to just do a multi-attack again, I guess.
Okay.
The first one, 6, so 11.
11's going to miss.
Okay. And,
You rolled a
okay,
d20 to
9.
hit, not damage again, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So 11 to hit, and then I did 9 to hit for my second roll, so I think both
9
those
is
missed.
going to miss. Okay, he finally gets an attack at just you. This is his moment to roll a miss. No, that is a 22 to hit you.
Good golly. Okay, he hits me.
Okay. Right. So, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. I have a +3 to Constitution. So that gives me 15.
15. Okay. That is not enough. So you have the poisoned condition, and you're also going to take some poison damage here.
Oh, wait, I'm immune to poison.
Are you immune to poison?
Yeah.
You certainly are. So you are not poisoned, and you do not take the 4 points of poison damage. You do, however, take 9 points of damage from the dagger, and then you're going to take 8 points of damage as the blade of it lights with fire as he stabs it into you.
Okay, so 17 points total.
That sounds about right to me.
Okay.
As you're up again.
Okay. Wouldn't you know it? Actually, wait, so what is the person that I'm fighting wearing and or using right now?
They're using leather armor and a dagger that's now burning with flame.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna do heat metal, but that seems a little redundant.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do another multi-attack.
Okay,
So
it hits.
18 plus 5 is 23.
That's definitely going to hit.
Cool. And that is 2 plus 3 is 5 points of damage for my first hit.
Okay.
Second attack, it's going to be, 18 again. So 23 again.
Yep, going to hit.
And second damage is 4 plus 3 is 7.
7 points of damage. That's going to put him to crippled, as Lars is going to he's going to hold his movement to make an attack at advantage against you, which is a natural 20.
Okie
No poison to worry about, and it doesn't matter anyways. So 11, 15. That is 23 points of damage to you. As
okay.
he stabs deep into your side.
Okay, so I have 5 HP left.
You're up. He's looking pretty low as well.
All right, so I have Wounded Fury active right now. When I have 10 hit points or fewer, I have an advantage on attack rolls. I also deal an additional 2d6 damage to any target. Cool.
As
so I'm
your
gonna.
vision just goes red. Your claws lengthen even further. You start to almost foam at the mouth with the blood.
All right, first roll. I'm gonna multi-attack again.
Bless you.
Well, first roll is 17 plus 5 is 22.
You rolled with advantage,
And
right?
that was my first roll, and it was good enough, so I
You should roll twice because you might get a crit.
Oh, that's so true. Okay, I'll roll again. I did not get a crit. I got a 13.
Okay.
So
Roll down.
we'll stick with 22. All right, so let's see, and I get an extra. So I'm gonna do my d6 3 times basically to get my first attack's damage, right? Okay,
Yep.
cool. All right, number 1. Okay, that was a 1 plus 4. Oh, sorry, plus 3 equals 4 for the first attack.
So then you roll 2 more d6. You don't add the +3 each time.
Okay, got it. All right, that is a 4 and a 3.
Okay, so 11 points of damage total. How do you want to do this?
Ooh, okay. She is going to kind of turn her hands so that the backs of her hands face each other and sink her claws into his torso, like between his rib cage, and then just rip him in half lengthwise.
There's a snapping noise as you
Rip his
tear on
rib
the
cage open.
Yeah, just rip him open at the belly as he collapses back, mouth like opening, no sound able to come out as he just expires next to you, blood, gore everywhere. You're still like seeing red. You turn and like cut out at some of the flesh on the wall before you manage to calm yourself down enough with the battle fury slowly fading.
Like flicking blood off my claws and like heaving for breath.
Yeah, you're hurt.
I am also very hurt.
A little.
I do have cure wounds. Can I take a minute to cast cure wounds on myself, or am
Oh
I?
yeah, it's instantaneous. You can just do it.
Okay, cool.
I would like to try and track down this wizard.
Okay, yeah, you make your way up. He appears to be gone. You could go ahead and make me just make me a wisdom check.
Okay. I do have dark vision and tremor sense.
Okay.
Wisdom check is wrong button. Wisdom check is an 8 on perception. If I get to use that. Otherwise, 2.
Right, with your 2, you go
Nice.
looking about, trying to track down where this wizard went. They seem to have disappeared. It took you a few rounds to go down and back up. Also, Stacy, you could have come back up with Billiam as well. As you guys are looking about, they appear to be gone.
Can I read, like, because it says I can read thoughts within, like, a certain amount. Could I try? Because I know what they look like. Can I try?
You could go walking about. Yeah, make me an investigation check.
What does that mean?
Make
I don't
me a
have
wisdom
any.
check.
You're giving me these checks that I can't do.
Make me a wisdom check.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, so you are going about, and you catch like just the edge of something's thoughts, like way over past some of the illusions you guys have set up, and by the bridge that goes across the waste management area with the creature that lives at the center of that bridge.
I'm gonna tell Trudy to go rest up. And then I'm gonna go to Billy and be like, they're my waste management. Did they have anyone on their mind while they were there?
You caught the edge of their thought, and then when you started actually reading their thoughts, you heard the echo back of your own thoughts as they are reading yours as well.
You can't read a doppelganger's. I'm immune to charm effects.
It is not a charm effect. Mind reading has
We
nothing to do with
read
charm.
doppelgangers when you brought doppelgangers in.
You can read a doppelganger's thoughts.
Huh?
You can use detect thoughts on a doppelganger.
Why couldn't we?
You
In
could.
the campaign.
You guys just didn't use detect thoughts on them, as far as I remember.
I had detect thoughts and I was using it, and you're like, no, they're immune to that.
That doesn't. They're not immune to that, and I don't think I said that because I know they're not immune to it.
Hey.
They were immune to your charm ability when you did your big like charm the whole group. They were immune to that.
Wow, we cannot hear you. Or
You guys are both lagging out really bad.
Yeah, really let's see how stream is doing.
The storm finally reaching over us.
No, I'm seeing it all right. You know what? Let's take our break. It's 6:59. So we'll take a 3 or so minute break here, see if our Discord chat gets better, and then go from there. So folks, we will be gone for just a little bit. We won't be doing anything while you're gone, so just enjoy the break time, and we'll be right back.
Bye.
Bye. One. Hello, folks. Welcome back. Hopefully, my audio issues have resolved themselves. We had just left the group having killed a bunch of the adventurers that came in to investigate their little office here. One of them managing to get away, with Stacy managing to get on their trail with her detect thoughts, noticing that they are also reading her thoughts. As that's where we come back to. As yeah, Stacy, you would catch the thoughts here of them. Where is it? Oh God, this bridge again. I fucking hate this thing. Wait. Oh, hello. As what thoughts would they read off of you?
Pizza, 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 pizza.
As you hear them, pizza. That sounds delicious.
Elven cheese bread, Elven cheese bread, Elven cheese bread, Elven cheese bread, Elven cheese bread.
As so you've grabbed William.
I'm just riding him. Like I'm just like a cowboy. I've given myself a cowboy hat.
You're just driving William.
And
Cowboy
cowboy
hat
boots.
on.
I'm just running like a puppy.
Yeah. And I'm like, woo!
As Billy have them astride your back, they would lead you up this way. The one that you're trying to follow would have gotten some distance while they were off trying to get you. So you guys look around until you eventually catch up to them, and they seem to be in Dana's office.
Oh shit. Can I change? No, they're already reading my mind. They can't. I can't trick them. Never mind.
All right, now which way?
You see Dana in there. Look over. What are you doing here?
I blink.
I point at the wizard.
You point over at the empty air where you can hear some thoughts. I'm like, shit, they caught up to me. And Dana's gonna be pissed. What are you pointing at?
Pizza, 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 pizza.
What? As we cut to the interview screen of Dana just staring at the camera for a full, 10 seconds. Pizza, 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 pizza. A 300-foot deep hole. The tunnel addict blinking at me, and pizza, 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 pizza. Why did we put her in charge of communications?
And William just like frog blinking.
Yes.
Stacey would be like, they're reading my mind. Pizza, 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 pizza.
Does tremor sense help me out here?
Yeah, you'd be able to feel them moving.
I'm gonna jump on him.
Okay, you're gonna leap towards them?
Yep.
Okay.
I get off. I swiftly jump off. I swiftly get off of the moving boule.
Okay. You're jumping. They're gonna make a dexterity saving throw. That is a natural 20.
Oh, okay, so they take half damage and are pushed instead of knocked prone.
Oh, is it pushed instead of knocked prone?
Yeah.
Oh, well then the guy should have survived because he shouldn't have been pushed off, but that's okay.
Well, I feel like I would get to choose.
Well, no, he failed, which means he's knocked prone.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's like shoving.
Let me read this. No, let's just say the creature takes only half damage and isn't knocked prone and is pushed 5 feet. It's one of the old stat blocks. It's written really weird. Anyways, it works out fine for the purposes of our one shot. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. That is. I'm just gonna total it. I assume there's no resistances. 34 becomes 17.
17 points of damage. Okay. As you would briefly see them appear again. However, this time it's just a doppelganger standing there with a fist full of papers. As they get pushed away from you, and they're like, "Oh, Dana, it's so nice to see you again. Thanks for the trade secrets." As they are going to start casting a spell.
We're out of my realm of expertise.
I'm reading their head. What's their spell?
Reading their mind. They are attempting to dimension door back to the entrance. As
I can't do anything. Got no spells.
they are going to disappear. Let's roll a notice for Mr. Silver here. Oh, okay. Yeah, Mr. Silver does notice them and is going to take an attack on them as they're making their way out of here.
Let's go, Mr. Silver.
Okay, that's gonna hit as oh shit. I switched there. Okay. This is gonna be a really important constitution save. Like live or die kind of constitution save.
For who? Oh, for the other guy.
For Jalil. As you see Dana just staring wide-eyed for a moment, just staring at the spot. Rodney?
I look at Dana like a cat who's had the laser pointer turned off.
Okay. So you're just staring at her. He was nothing. Don't worry about it. Let's go deal with this. Where'd they go?
I'm reading her mind.
You're reading her mind.
just
Um,
you can't not tell Stacy.
You would see a brief flash of memories come across Dana. A torrid romp with a former employee. This was what initially put Kenny into the HR position, as it turned really bad, turned really ugly, and Rodney had to get kicked out. Rodney had to leave, and you were brought on shortly after that to replace Rodney the Doppelganger in communications. You never heard that you were brought on to replace somebody. As yeah, Rodney left and is apparently here trying to steal trade secrets.
I just giggled to myself.
Dana's eyes flash at you. Now is not the time. Where did they go? Did anybody figure out where they went? Or were you too busy intruding in my thoughts?
No clue.
I'm just giggling.
That
way.
I could dig a tunnel.
I point in a random direction.
All right, I dig.
I dig.
So you guys go digging just randomly through here. You guys search like in this direction for the next 5-10 minutes or so. You don't find anybody over here.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know.
It cuts to the interview cam for like just a half second. Just Dana staring at the camera with murder in her eyes. I'm going back to my office. I'm going to see if I can figure out what they stole.
You want a tunnel?
Yes, William, please. As you
Nice.
dig over.
I like to imagine William's like, I'm not interested now, sorry.
Yeah.
The only time he doesn't want a fucking tunnel. As she's gonna start looking through the boxes here, seeing if she can figure out what the heck got taken as she's looking through. Alright, well, it's not good. It's not good at all. We're going to have a meeting.
What was it?
I'll talk about it at the meeting, so I don't have to repeat it 1,000 times.
Wait, wasn't Mr. Silver attacking them by the entrance?
Yeah. You guys have no idea how that went, because nobody knows that it was happening.
Oh.
So Mr. Silver could be dead. We never know.
Could be. Alright, Stacy, if you could get everybody up for a mandatory meeting, please.
Okay. I like to imagine communications has like a speaker system.
Intercom.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Dana's voice and I'm gonna look entirely different to her. Emergency meeting. We must discuss our options. Everyone come here now. Right now. This minute. It could be a sending spell, but I'm choosing it not to be.
You hear the sound of everybody slowly making their way out to the meeting hall.
Trudy walks in and she's wrapped head to toe in various bandages and braces and pieces of wood that she's duct taped onto herself.
Pieces of wood.
Splints? Like splints?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Listen, even after I did cure wounds, I'm only at 11 HP right now.
Also, it fits into your want for bandage. For your want for, like, braces, you know?
Braces, yeah.
Yeah.
After this, you're gonna be like, I better be getting paid extra, because, you know, went through all that.
I hope we're all getting hazard pay bonuses. See that one, like, limping in.
Yeah.
Where is Billiam and Stacy?
There.
Hole.
Can I actually move my character?
Yeah, if you click on your character and press N,
Where
you're
am
away
I?
from him. You are underground with him.
Oh.
There, now you're no longer attached.
Someone needed something?
Yes, Billiam, mandatory meeting.
I can't move anything.
Oh, right, because you're over here. There you go.
Thank you. I'm so beautiful.
Right.
No,
So,
I look like the kind lady that cried for me when I lied to her
okay.
about my boyfriend.
Okay.
It doesn't exist.
Where is
I found new things to be.
Yeah,
I found new people to be.
yeah, indeed. Wait.
You don't actually have to put it down. You just assume. The same look.
Sure, I can't find it at the moment, so we'll leave it for now.
Maybe.
Right. So, first, let's do a report. How did everyone's parts go? I want to hear the full details of how we ended up where we ended up. Well, I was cleaning up after Billiam. I'm still cleaning up after Billiam, and I'll be cleaning up after Billiam for hours. Days, weeks. Right. Thank you for that detailed report, Kruthikide Lord. Trudy? Billiam? You need to stay till the end of the meeting. Billiam, why don't you go stand away from the hole? Billiam? On the surface level, away from the hole. Kruthik Hivlord looks like he's having a seizure, like a stroke of some sort. He's just vibrating with anger. Right. So, Trudy, please give us the course of events from your perspective.
Course of events. I almost died. But I did get my revenge in the end. That ought to sum it up.
Great.
Hot!
Billiam, how did things go from your perspective?
I think 4 of them died.
All right, we're getting somewhere. 4 out of how many?
I think I saw 6.
Okay, great. 4 dead. That leaves the 6th. And then Stacy.
Well, they totally ate it up, and then I told them I was a bard, and then I realized that when I choose forms that I don't know, I'm very dumb. So I realized that I don't have any bard abilities. So I lied, and I told them that I had a boyfriend that forced me to come, and then they totally believed me. And then 2 of them walked forward onto the pit because they refused to send everyone. And then I got pushed down the pit, and Billiam made me a couch.
Mm-hmm. Well, for everyone's information, then, it seems the only one who came through was Rodney. As you see Kenny's heads all snap up towards Dana as she says this. Oh, that's not good. Yes, and he managed to steal a map of the tunnels that we have connecting to the various parts of the Underdark. A map that would be rather interesting to any adventurers or even countries that wanted to be able to have access to the Underdark. We have quite the network. So we need to plan for the worst. Assuming he's going to sell it to the highest bidder, what do we do when people come to take over our network?
I will collapse all the tunnels and make a whole new set of them.
That's one option.
I don't know. We could start spreading other maps around that are fake, and then people will doubt the authenticity of this one.
Any other ideas? All right. That's not bad. That's not bad. Anything else? Anyone?
I could dig several more 300 feet deep trenches.
No, I think that in fact we're going to make a rule that the deepest trenches go is 100 feet.
I like to imagine that when he said that, it cut to another Dana cam where she just stared at the camera for another 10 seconds, making it now 30 seconds of her staring at the camera.
Probably about right. Yeah. It just ended with, well, at least they didn't all die. So that's the black to the image here. Right. So with the tunnel depth rule out of the way, any other ideas?
I could dig several 100-foot deep trenches.
Thank you, Billiam. I'll keep that in mind.
We could talk to the Underdark, like, when we enter it, like, the areas, we could talk to them and be like, look, people are coming, you could kill them. We could prepare them.
Well, that means they'd have already gotten past us.
We could set traps.
That gives me an interesting idea. What if, instead of discrediting him, we shift our business? What's everyone's thought to us developing this into a hub that leads to the Underdark? And we could spread the word of it before Rodney. Sell passes. We could find something that passes as rooms for people to stay in. I mean, we have Stacy. We can keep a human enough face to everything.
Yeah. I could
She's
set
gonna
that
raise her
in.
hand and say, I thought the whole point was to keep humans out.
Right.
Now you want to bring them in?
I mean, that might solve our problem. We'd also get a wider group to trade from. Do you think you could keep the walls from eating anyone?
Unless they ask nicely.
All right, all right. And Stacy, you said you're willing to be the human face, and you'd get all sorts of new faces.
I love being the human face.
And Billiam, I'm certain. Well, I mean, we'd need to dig many more tunnels if we're looking for more new routes to the Underdark. Do you think you could find more places that connect deep down?
Yeah.
And Billiam, I think some of those tunnels would, I mean, if we're having guests go through them, could use a little sprucing up, don't you think?
It could have your artistic flair.
We get a raise?
Yeah, we'll raise the amount of time that you have to make artistic tunnels.
Great.
All right, well, this is shaping up. Yeah. Does anybody have anything else for the meeting? Everyone's all right that I ate that doppelganger, right? As Mr. Silver is looking at Stacy with like a guilty look on his spider face.
You mean he didn't get away with our secrets?
Oh, that was the guy?
Yeah.
I did taste some paper in there somewhere.
I look
She
at
just
Dana with a big
throws her
smile
hands
on
up
her
in the
face.
air and throws a piece of wood at him.
As Crew the Carnivore is, there's going to be a sending back to this area. Right. Thank you for that vital information, Mr. Silver.
I still think that we could do the Underdark thing because we're struggling with the treasure thing.
That's true. We wouldn't have to wait for Mildred anymore for everything, and she never gets anything done. But now, Dana, all right? Let's be civil with everybody here. Mildred's an important part of the team.
The break room is always clean.
That's
She likes a
true.
clean space.
Mildred's very tidy. Which explains why her workshop is so messy. because she's never there. Well, I think this Underdark thing is a great idea. It'll give us new avenues and maybe a break from the way things are currently going. Mildred? She hasn't heard a word we've said. Fuck this.
I don't think Mildred cares.
Kenny's gonna start walking to his office.
I'm
Start
gonna
playing with his
follow him.
masks.
I have so much to talk about.
Right. All right. Okay, Trudy. I'm going to need you to get started on convincing the walls not to eat any new people who come through, which is the direct opposite of what we would have wanted before. Stacy?
Trudy's gonna hold up one finger and say, unless they ask nicely.
Unless they ask nicely and it's cleared with me.
I mean, I don't know why you want to be in everybody's business like that, but okay.
Because I've met you people.
I don't know what you mean by that.
We're gems.
There's certainly something in the rough. Stacy.
Yeah.
Do you think you could go to town and spread the word about a new hub that leads to the Underdark opening up for business?
Yeah.
And Billiam, could you dig up some rooms for the hotel we're going to be expanding into?
Yeah, what's the theme?
For a moment I almost said I'll leave that up to you, but I'll draw up some plans.
I had one more concern. They
Yeah.
still had people outside.
Oh. I suppose they will be waiting for somebody. Do you think you could play act as one of them and go out and say...
Everyone died?
Or, yeah,
I changed into I changed into the really gruff guy, the Goliath.
Sandra?
And he's like super beat up and he's like lost a limb. He's like fucked up.
Yeah, tell them you attacked some monsters in here and there was a fight, and then you realized that they were peaceful and it was all a misunderstanding, but your companions had already fallen prey to some of the traps here that you'd forgotten about, and that in fact they have a business opportunity.
I'll say something.
All right, we're going to rehearse a few times. There's another cut to Dana just staring at the camera for a full 10 seconds. 3 hours of rehearsal to get 2 lines down.
I just like talking to Dana.
Does anybody have anything else? I think that's where we're going to end the one shot.
That's
Does everyone
cute.
want like a cutout?
It feels appropriate.
Yeah. Does anybody want a last interview, last cutaway cam?
We should do like a movie that's based on real events where they tell you what happens to each character.
Like the freeze frame at the end where it's like, Trudy.
But yeah, it's like the music playing and everyone like dancing around in their own like area, and then it like freezes on Dana like working away at her spot, and it's like Dana never did leave the underground. It turned out she actually had a phobia of going outside and a crushing need for control that eventually drove her to being ousted from her position as CEO. But she never left and still watches over everybody all the same.
No one else wants to take over that role.
They renamed her to Cams.
They like messing with her too much. She's still the CEO in her own head.
Mildred's still in the break room. She moved her bed in there. Doesn't leave. She hasn't completed a project in a solid 7 years.
Trudy's is going to say, Trudy went on to found and run the most successful brothel in the Underdark. And she amassed a fortune based on the fact that she didn't have to hire any staff. She just turned the flesh walls into whatever the customer desired.
Oh my fucking god. Boat eventually did get himself attached to a boat as a proper anchor and sailed the world.
We didn't know that it was his dream, but it was.
There were only 2 incidents where people on the docks went missing, and they never were pinned on him. Mr. Silver died a few weeks later, as his lifespan is very short. It was a ripe old age of 2 years for him.
I would have seen Billiam in years.
Oh, no.
Legend says he's still going down.
They told him to dig as deep as he wanted. Find more ways to the Underdark. They forgot to mention regular coming back up to report on his progress.
Stacy's would be like, she copied so many humans that she stopped copying monsters, and it really fucked over our fucking Underdark business when suddenly only humans worked down there.
The establishment got a reputation for being like human only, and business got cut by a fourth.
I met a wonderful whore. She was my favorite. I am now her.
Kenny eventually did propose to Stacy when he figured out what she was after. It took him, a few more months of extremely obvious signals. Did Stacy accept the proposal?
Yeah, of course. Stacy was all over him. Stacy wanted that Hydra dick.
They're married happily ever after. Kenny spends most of his time keeping the home.
They lost a lot of HR when he married Stacy.
His bookings became very tight and very hard to get.
And normally there was 2 people in there.
No new staff have survived more than a week in a solid 2 years.
Only Kenny has seen her true form. Chat doesn't get to know.
As for the eyeball that makes up the center bridge and the tentacles that surround it, it continues to undulate and plan the downfall of this universe. That's where we leave. Oh, right, the Hive Lord. He eventually was eaten by his wife. And
Amazing.
that's where we'll leave off.
Amazing. We can come back to this at any time. The best part about this campaign, or like this one shot, is it's so not copyable, but
revisitable.
Well, it's episodic, right? Yeah. Like we could just do a new episode with completely different problems. It is not beholden to any D&D rules or expectations.
Especially when my doppelganger just changed into larger and smaller creatures at will and became like objects.
We played pretty fast and loose with the rules, but it was the appropriate setting for it.
This is the only way I want to play doppelganger.
Okay, folks, we're Adventure Corp. We play D&D 6 to 10 Mountain Standard Time every week. Twitch is the place to come watch us if you want to see us live. YouTube if you want to catch up later, or anywhere you get podcasts if you're listening on the road. If you want to come chat with us, and you should want to come chat with us, get on the Discord. And that's going to be us signing off, folks. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.